Happened to the good old days.
What's going on with Emcee today?
Run DMC, Houdini,
What's going on?
Fat Boys, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, Rocky, BDT. Somebody tell me what's going on with MCs these days. Do this.
MCs come and then they go. What up, Joe? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo. Check the flow, and you can read all the credits. Straight out Detroit punk, yo. Don't forget it. Here we go back down the track with the freight train. In 92, I told you it says my name. Pick it up, pick it up. And if your records don't wax, my DJ need'll cut you up. I was out on the scratch, and I beat the Last Soulman. The host with the most graffiti rock was Michael Holman. Later, Itiszzz Presents, y'all. I'm representing old school Midwest, y'all. And if I'm loco, I must be the big low. I done biz, many kids sing a mic smoke. 200,000 roughnecks, they love this because these lyrics be black bottom published. And MCs come and then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo. MCs come and then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo. MCs come and then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo. MCs come and then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo.
A.W.O.L bust on the scene in 1990. Hot off the press, man, they still wouldn't sign me. I wasn't open up, my rhymes they say ain't holding up. And plus I'm from Detroit, so good luck, man, I can flow with the best. Say I'm whack, who you fooling? Ask your peeps what it be like. They know who's ruling non-stop, and it won't quit. Pushing up hits, it's an independent lit. A.W.O.L coming up, brother, in the city section. Picture brand new, but in the old school direction. Been in the game a long time, I know the do's and don'ts. And talking who you killing ain't what you really want. They pimping you, yo, why you lying to the kids? You ain't killing nobody, you ain't doing no biz. Take a look around you, tell me what you see. Broke OGs. And MCs come, then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo. MCs come, and then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo. MCs come, and then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo. MCs come, and then they go. What up, though? A.W.O.L for the 90s, yo.
A fucking snappy, where's my hot pick? So duck down, boy, cause many shots lick. Them come rock squad, them come bomb cloud. Them can't test me buck them down. Hey, yo, Mark. Hey, yo, Mark, how you rock your hat, man? How you rock your hat?
I ain't no petty thief, no common criminal, but I'm a Mac though. Peep the way I rip because I'm gifted at a show. We step into these rappers for the event and getting mad props for these rhymes I kill. Cause in the city, brothers know my rep for tearing it up. Known around town, so don't press your luck. See, I don't care who you're rocking with. Ain't nobody stopping this deep funk. That stuff that we pump. I'm from the west side, not from the west coast. But like hot butter, Milton on your breakfast toast. So to the boogie, to the crystal, peace to the crib. See ya, I'm out.
No, not for that. You got to get a hold of my secretary. Get a hold of my secretary and make an appointment. Right. Yeah. Hey, and listen, thanks for everything, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Who are you guys?
A.W.O.L.
A.W.O.L. A.W.O.L, right? Cleveland, right?
Nah, man, Detroit. The D, man. The D.
Oh yeah, A.W.O.L. That's not happening, man. It's not deaf. It's not deaf enough. I tell you, you guys, you don't live the rap. You don't live the rap. Take these kids in New York. The kids in New York, they live the rap. They live it. I tell you, you guys, you're just not smoking.
Hey, man, I tell you what. You ain't either.
Hey, man. What? Hey, this is my office. This is my office.
C-Swiftly.
Get out of here. Get out. Get out of my office, you couple of overdressed hoodlums. Get out.
I'm born and walk to a door with the wall of hop. 2'9", 305 with the God drop. Your ass I jump, cause you in the slump jump. Here to drop the funk with your dark punk. Pop that weed, put your face down in a lake, catch it like a fish. Scale your watch, you shake, really like a beach. Round degrees, you're cooking it. Run your mouth like a drop, give me hooking it. I'm taking suckers out, Red Barney and Bam Bam. Rap rap, these want to get my flip flap. I'm legitimate, sucker tough, so confident. I'm the man with the plan. Sounding death certificate with a funky example. The beat is ample, you go with the sample. At this rap travels like a magician. It's abracadabra, I'm king and ruler of the hip-hop scrabble. I ain't meeny money when you suck for days. Get the rookie by the mic, at the 12-inch plays on stage on. They rock all day long. I'm popping your head to the beat like a ping pong. Cause I got hard to bark, then a bark at the dark, then a bark like a hound for the sound that's hitting the jump. Drop these rounds, I'm in the start with more.
When it comes to rhyme,
Still wanna live,
when it comes to rhyme,
still wanna live,
when it comes to rhyme,
still wanna live,
when it comes to rhyme.
still wanna live.
Keeping suckers behind us, hip-hop's finest. A.W.O.L's in effect for the 90s is timeless. Back to back, we mix the track, cause I'm on attack. Against the truth of the soft, weak, and whack. I see you underestimated, thought I'd sell out, cause me and you fell out. Yo, get the hell out my face, don't waste my time. Go digger, I thought you knew about a raw bone. Running real, I'm hard to steal. Pop no pill, but still letting suckers know the deal. Terrify your punks that try to slip on by. But on the streets, I see them, they saying hi. Forget your idol, bust this belt, I hold the belt and title. At the deal is dealt, suckers melt, the signs are vital, gaining wealth. Your style think like smell, or should I say see? Because it took me a while to dish your style. You're just a real.
Get on it.
Shout out to the brother, say Ruth the D. You must be from Washington, it's A.D.C. I'm gonna shoot the gift cause you're lying, son. Detroit is ran by A.W.O.L and Coleman Young. The DMs were dangerous, now come and get some of this. You're weak and unruly, you can never be one of us. Not even a son of us, get your mouth run them up. You're just another punk who can't even drop the funk. I'm rougher, tougher, I'm not your bluffer. Sucker duck snuffer, I touch you like a buffer. Have a rhyme attack on a 48 track recorder. I get it in order like 50 to zip. That's Carter Slaughter. Who plays the game, who holds the water? Know what you think you see already saw. I'm kinda like your daddy, so call me Paul. I put your own punishment, spank you raw. You pop that week and I'ma ice your jaw. A.W.O.L, we getting paid like fat meat greasy. Funky fresh to dress, not a damn near easy. The bitty you the front plate flying tease me. A roar to show you know, it's trying to scheme me.
When it comes to rhyme,
Listen when I tell you, you are A.W.O.L.
when it comes to rhyme,
Listen when I tell you, you are A.W.O.L.
that is his name. And all while he will take.
Too much for you to figure. I'm raw bone from the streets of Detroit, with his pockets getting bigger. The M.A.R.K. I'm down with B. I'm taking in a young punk trying to challenge me. Everybody know when my gig is packed. We need a 5 brown brother to bust the rap. So quit the France and glance at me romancing. Take a chance to dance hands in your fans. Empty monkeys in a B-man stand. I wanna run up, come up. You wanna get dumb? These are funky tracks are done. The track is back to get back on pimp slap.
Check it out now. When it comes to rhyme,
From A.W.O.L and Coleman Young. We talking from A.W.O.L and Coleman Young. We talking from A.W.O.L and Coleman Young. We talking from A.W.O.L and Coleman Young.
Welcome to Detroit. Man, I love this city. But I represent that east side, the 48205, the red zone, one of the most notorious zip codes in the United States of America. I'm Champ Town, and this is the Itiszzz, where celebrities and legends of the hood eat good, drink good, and talk shit.
Yo. What's really good in your hood, in your house, while you chilling on your couch? You know what time it is. This is a special edition of the Itiszzz. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Today, we will be honoring the one and the only, my man, Kevin Jones, a.k.a. the Soulman. But to all the old school heads, we call him B, from A.W.O.L. To the left, today, she's back. She's in here. She's cooking up some shit. She's pouring some good drinks. Because I'm going to need one. None other than the one and only Keisha is in the building.
Hey, what up, though?
Yeah. And you know who's over here. Who's over here to the right. Person to the right. The one who writes the R&B songs faster than most. I'm talking about Kayla. Unique is in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And in the chair next to her is the invisible man himself. He might pop in any minute now. But he goes by the name of Ben. Hot Mix Waiting is in the building.
What up, World Wide Web?
What up, World Wide Web? It's going down, y'all. I know y'all probably see my eyes glossy. You don't want some of this hit? And I start balling. Damn. Whew. One of the greatest Detroit rap records ever made. From Kevin Jones. Damn. It's rough, man. Whew. He was a great friend of mine. There's only a handful, two handful of real Detroit pioneers. A lot of y'all out here running around acting like you are when you're not. But undisputedly, A.W.O.L, one of the greatest rap groups ever in the history of Detroit hip-hop. Detroit most wanted A.W.O.L. So nothing else, group-wise. Detroit most wanted an A.W.O.L. Them guys used to argue with each other. One would say, I'm Run DMC. No, I'm Houdini. No, nigga, you Houdini. No, I'm Run DMC. Nah. I'm Run. You Jalil. Funny, man. I got a message from Kevin Jones' cousin a couple months ago. And he was like, man, you should do a documentary on A.W.O.L. And I thought it was bad news when he said that. I'm like, uh-oh. Man. But then I saw Kevin pulling through. And he pulled through strong. Kevin made it to the crib. And I'm like, cool. Because if an A.W.O.L documentary go down, Kevin got to be present for it. Because honestly, you know, he's one that deserves his own documentary. You know, I did the Untold Story of Detroit hip-hop. And I featured many stars. But the truth of that documentary is mostly everyone was featured in that documentary could easily have their own documentary. A.W.O.L, Detroit Most Wanted, Eshine, Jack Frost. You know, these are legends in the game here in the D. And they got some tremendous stories that could be told. There's no way I could really tell the whole Detroit story in an hour and 40 minutes like I wanted to. And I wanted to have a lot more of A.W.O.L in the documentary, you know? But, you know, I tried to do the right thing and put 50 people in one documentary, something that's never been done before. Something that I turned down deals with television networks. They just wanted the documentary to be strictly about me. And I say, nah, I'm putting everybody in it. And that's what I did. And I think I created a masterpiece for all those that still watching the Untold Story of Detroit Hip Hop. Thank you. It wasn't easy to do. You know? Keisha, talk to me. What you got?
Oh, I'm not. I'll tell later.
You'll tell later what you got?
Yeah, I'll tell later.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I talked to B Daughter earlier through Messenger. You know, she gave me some good encouraging words saying, I know B is down. He's up above, smiling down on us all right now, you know, and I truly believe that, you know. So we're going to do this show dedicated to him today. And it did, I mean, this didn't hit into that, you don't want none of this drop, man. You know, that's a song that Kevin could have did until he was 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we're going to set it off. I'm going to treat y'all to a little something, man. We're gonna go into one of his exclusive interviews here. Right here on the Itiszzz, man. Shout out to B from A.W.O.L. Thank everybody for coming. This show is dedicated to the one and only Kevin Jones. The Last Soulman. But all us old school Negroes, we call him B from A.W.O.L, y'all.
I had Ice Cube come in town.
Oh man, that's another thing. We threw that show. I don't know if cats threw. We couldn't get no show. They would not give no Detroit artists nothing but a bucket of chicken and a 40-ounce to do a show. You wasn't getting no money. You wasn't getting. You could open up for maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes. We had the #1 record in the city. So we ended up doing our own show called The Booking Agency. Cube was like 12 G's back then. Yo-Yo wasn't out, and he had just left N.W.A. Did the damn thing. Like boom. Every show you ever seen us at in Detroit, we threw that motherfucker. With the brass ring motherfuckers, Quentin Perry, all them old cock blocking same, the shady Dave Bishop, the same old shady motherfuckers. You would be sitting at the crib, got a radio commercial on when you in concert, and this nigga ain't talk to you at all. I know he ain't talked to us. We've always had our own record company. You know what I'm saying? You didn't call us, nigga. Hey, well, man, we didn't get some tickets. People calling me, well, let me get some tickets. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? They do that shit for years, man. So we just do our own shows, dog. Always do our own shows. Sometimes we break even, and sometimes it'd be better just to have, you know, the exposure. Yeah, man. Yeah, just crazy. And it's very few. You can count on one hand how many people in the D, as far as promoters and shit like that. Like my man was saying, Billy T. You count on one hand how many motherfucking real motherfuckers was out there back in the day. But we do our own shows. That's how we did the show with Cube, because nobody would let us get on.
Yeah, that was a hard ass show, man.
Nobody would let us get on, bro.
That was a hard ass show too.
That show, that made us like know that we could do this shit for real, nationwide. After that show, we was feeling the way about ourselves like that. Like, yeah, because Cube and them was tripping on us. They came rushing up to the stage like, who is these motherfuckers? Like, yeah, this the D, motherfucker. Yeah. Because they wanted us to open up for Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo wasn't even out. Yeah. We was like, nigga, we open up for you. But I don't know who the fuck this is. Yeah. But they was like, oh, it's easy to break the equipment. I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. This is my one time to shine. I nigga, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. Hell no. Put her on first, dog. She rocked it, we rocked it, and Q rocked it. It was a good ass show. I was there. It was a good ass show. Good ass show. That was 91. 91. Yeah. East Town, PA.
Yeah. So, first album, A.W.O.L. Talk.
Yeah, I can remember that clear as day, like it was yesterday. It's actually the first time that I actually met B and his partner Boogie. They were being managed at the time by a good guy by the name of Alvin. I think it was Alvin Morris. Alvin ended up managing D.L. Hughley. And that's how I became real cool with D.L. Hughley through A.W.O.L manager Alvin. And I could see that day clear as day. I was backstage, East Town Theater, right on Van Dyke. And you know, we had affiliations with people that were cool with Ice Cube in the Lynch Mob, because Kid Rock was in the Beast Crew, and the Black Man, the cool Herky Detroit hip hop on the east side. Him and Kid Rock had toured with Ice Cube and Too Short. So they knew all the Lynch Mob. So when the Lynch Mob was coming in town, all I had to do, go backstage, ask for Chili Chill. Yo, this champ, Black Man boy, I'm in the mix. I'm backstage. So this is something very unique, being backstage, you know, early 90s when A.W.O.L hit the stage that night. You know, everybody was young and getting their feet wet into the Detroit hip-hop game. You know, E-Shine was blowing up. I was putting stuff out. You know, it was a handful of us, Chaos and Maestro, Awesome Dre, you know, all the OGs know who they were, who were putting it down back then. So A.W.O.L, they just had this presence about themselves, especially, you know, Big Kevin Jones, you know, about 6'2", 6'3", had this long ass jean jacket, and they had like the A.W.O.L stuff spray painted on the back with rhinestones. It was like the first time I saw like a rapper wearing some shit like that. I'm like, damn, okay. Came up, we spoke, we kicked it. You know, B was always serious about the craft. He loved hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He just took it serious. And that day, he was dead focused on destroying the stage. So, you know, I heard some bickering backstage about, you know, they go on first, and then Yo-Yo. A.W.O.L wasn't having that. They was like, nah, Yo-Yo going on first. I'm going on before Ice Cube. You know, they paid for Cube to come. You know, it was the real hustle that we had to do. We'll book our own shows just to rock the show because, like he said in that clip, people was hating. So, you know, A.W.O.L came out. They had crazy stage presence. They had the whole stage smoked. Light show, smoke. Never saw nothing like it in Detroit hip hop until I saw A.W.O.L that night at the East Town Theater on Van Dyke when they opened up for Ice Cube and they ripped it. And it was members from the Lynch Mob running to the stage like, who the fuck is these niggas? It was that real Detroit nigga, Kevin Jones and his partner Boogie. They just put it down for Detroit. It was just a proud moment. But I left that place that night with one thing in mind. These people, whether they Ice Cubes or the LL Cool J's or the Run DMCs, no matter how much we love them and looked up to them, when it's time to get on that stage, we got to tear their asses up. Bottom line. And that's what A.W.O.L did. They went for the juggler. They did their thing that night in a theater. So I learned, we got educated there. You know, A.W.O.L, man, you know, very few Detroit artists was able to grace the cover of the Metro Times. Why? I don't know. Detroit is a diamondly black town. There's a lot of great talent here. There's probably only 5 of us that ever been on the cover of the Metro Times in the last 30 years. But thank God, my man Kevin Jones was one of them. A.W.O.L graced the Metro Times, along with Della and a few other people. But it was something special about when A.W.O.L graced it because they didn't have nothing out in a long time. And they were about to bring something out. And it was a great thing that the black writer here wrote about them and blessed them with the cover of that magazine. It was a great thing. So, you know, I want to go into another clip. And this is crazy here. Because a lot of people don't know how big A.W.O.L was. And actually, B didn't know how big he was until George Clinton told him. Check this clip out. It's dope.
But you guys ended up being huge over in Japan and shit like that.
That was an EP, actually.
No Deal.
That was the first CD we released with Itiszzz. That was No Deal. It had 6 songs. And the way we found out was at the disc. Mark was at the disc, and George Clinton told him, congratulations. Mm-hmm. And, of course, being an artist mind back then, you know what the fuck he was talking about. What you mean, congratulations? Showed us a magazine, all Japanese words and shit. A.W.O.L, number 3. Call Ichiban. What is this? That's an order form. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Knowing that we only had a North American distribution contract, shit wasn't supposed to be over there no way, but the shit exploded over there. Because we had used, Steve King took us to United Sound to do that EP. Mm-hmm. And that's where, man, that's where Parliament put all of this shit down. He said George Clinton used to go to the hotel across the street and write the songs after the music was laid down. That's why the song words are so fucking crazy. You talking about getting blew out. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that album had that EP had a song called Boogie Mac and the Soul Man, where Steve King had us. He told us we could probably dig in the couch and find one of the old joints or some shit from Parliament. Niggas found a joint, and there was Boogie Mac and the Soul Man. That's where them two characters came from. But that CD, that did number 3 in Japan, and I still ain't been to Japan yet, and I'm like pissed about that shit.
No Deal, number 3 in Japan.
No Deal, number 3 in Japan. That's 91. Our first album was called What It Be Like.
Oh yeah.
That album, I know sold at least 200, because we was kind of, before it was bootlegging, we was bootlegging our own shit.
Right.
Then we was getting to cities that because we was with Brian Records at the time. And the reason I think, I don't know, man, we used to get to cities, bro, and motherfuckers was dealing direct with Itiszzz. Before we had got there, we ain't did no promotions, no radio, nothing. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? That's why we stopped fucking with Itiszzz. We jumped over the end.
So Itiszzz was selling records, not telling y'all
Man,
shit.
they was on some
copying shit, huh?
Janky shit. And to keep, like my man K Stone was saying, to keep motherfuckers apart, they would always keep shit going with us and Breed. And we could never, them niggas say, why you signing? You know, just always, it was a motherfucker A&R out there and a motherfucker named Ian. We always keep shit going, you know what I'm saying? Could never just look up and shit. Never.
What's your take on MC Breed?
MC Breed, man, that's my man. We never knew him, but I never liked how it seemed like he had the whole rap game just in his hand, and he like took it to the West Coast. Like, bruh, this cat still, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you tripping. So after that, we just like, fuck it. We loop more bounce and let you have it. There it is. That's how it wasn't really it was like artistic beat. But as far as his artistic, that motherfucker was sweet. Breed has some tight shit.
You like them?
I respect it more now than I did back then.
Okay.
But we was on some Michigan shit back then. It was like nobody was gonna put us on. Fuck you. You the representative or get the fuck on. That's how we was flat out. To this day. You know what I'm saying? To this motherfucking day. That's how I feel. Like, fuck it. You gonna put us all on or fuck it. So we was from Flint. We was like, nigga, we from Michigan. We either gonna look up or gonna be what it be.
Yeah.
So
tell me some of your favorite groups out of Detroit back then, you know.
Man, now you know what, champ? We used to be on the road, man, with our shit. And there was nobody out on the road. Even the label that we was on, Brian, Joe wouldn't get out there and promote his shit. He wasn't out there like us. We was out here. It wasn't nobody, man.
So y'all was on the same label Detroit was one of them.
Yeah, but the owner of the label wasn't doing what the fuck he was supposed to be doing. He was learning from us. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. Stone.
Yo,
you probably didn't know that shit about Joe. Joe didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
No, Joe was just
on some bullshit.
He was just trying to make it happen, but he was really going off ass. He did what he could.
He did what he could, man. And big ups to Joe, but
he didn't know much.
We was promoting our own shit. It wasn't no Detroit groups, man. Motherfuckers was just like, man, they was shitting on us, dog. Straight up. It was no Detroit groups. Not going nationwide, city to city, promoting it. They was like, what the fuck is the D shit? That's how the difference in the album is, if you listen to No Deal or our first single, it's different from What It Be Like. What It Be Like was like bass and shit, just ghetto than a motherfucker. Because after traveling, we realized like the only motherfuckers who like that kind of shit is the niggas on the East Coast. Because anybody that got cars with sounds in their shit, they want to hear that shit bumping. So that's LA, that's down south. That's Midwest. The East Coast is more seen like more highs. You know what I'm saying? Like more highs in their music. Yeah. Like it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't got a ride at the crib with the sound to be knocking in that motherfucker. So that's the difference in them albums. That you can tell like niggas went just straight because that's what they like in the South. That shit got to be bumping, dog. They got to have a bass in it. That's why the shit now that should be banging. That track to be banging. That Jeezy shit, all that shit. They always be knocking in that shit. That's what make motherfuckers like that shit, man. The music. So shit, what was that? Your
favorite Detroit
group? A.W.O.L, goddamn it. No, A.W.O.L. I like Prince Vince. K Stone. Awesome Dre. All the shit, man. Back then, if you'd asked me back then, I would have like nobody. So I was like trying to be the dopest MC. It's like shit.
Yeah, that's right.
It's hard to earn out here. So now I can appreciate everybody's efforts and shit and look at the shit like, wow. We did some shit.
What's your take on Eshawn?
Eshawn, it's funny you say Eshawn because that nigga was doing his thing. I'm telling you, we was traveling and shit. That'd be the only motherfuckers I asked you about. Eshawn. You could be in Timbuktu, motherfucking Texas, and them motherfuckers be like, you guys know Eshawn? We should be like, yeah. You like that shit? It's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, check this out. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. But man, that nigga was doing his motherfucking thing. I started liking Eshawn. He did this song about sunshine or some shit. Then I became a fan. I'm like, that's my man. Sunshine. Some I 7 Miles Sunshine. I started getting into his shit. But as far as I knew it from then, it was just I was just tripping out how the white people was on that nigga shit. I was like, for real, go to Milwaukee. Niggas heard of Eshawn? Like, yeah. So whatever the fuck he was doing, he was getting it in. And that's another thing I ain't like about back in the days. It wasn't all the collabo and shit. Like, I didn't know these motherfuckers. We heard their records, but you ain't know these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Stone, you ever know me?
Hell
no, not really.
Only because of
the music, yeah. Only because of the music. But I didn't know them motherfuckers. I don't even know Awesome Dre. I met him grown. But when he was rapping, I didn't know them motherfuckers. Amir, I ain't know none of them motherfuckers. So back then in the days, I have to say, I ain't like nobody, man. We was coming for the crown, and that's just the way it is. And then what's really funny, me and my man Mati, we'd always argue about who run DMC and who Houdini. That nigga, we was like, nigga, we the kings, nigga. Being died, homicide died, nigga, that's Jay. Stop playing, dog. He'd be like, nigga, you know you Jaleel. Then nigga, he called Jaleel on the phone because he stayed down here and like, hey, he called that nigga. Hey, listen. I was like, man, you better stop it, dog. That's my man, but even he know. Back in the day, yeah, but back in the day, A.W.O.L was, man, I just feel like we was on a different playing level, man, didn't we? And the beauty of the shit, put the music on. It's 20 years after the shit. Put the shit in.
Right now.
Right fucking now. You can respect the value of it for being 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Shit is like, just different shit sound different. Good music holds the test of time.
You said something about your fans wasn't there no more. Detroit is an 85% black town.
True.
But around the world, the faces of it is ICP, some clowns throwing Fago. Good friend of mine.
Yeah, man. That's one thing about KJ, Kevin Jones. He gonna speak his damn mind. You gotta respect that. Want to send a special shout out to the great and late king of product. He's not late. He's on time, rather. The great George Clinton. Over the weekend, he just got a street named after the funk. Got to give him some respect for that. Parliament Funkadelic Way is the name of the street. Giving George Clinton crazy love out there in Newark. My man Ice-T was just on stage with him over the weekend. It was the highlight of Ice-T life, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I got to rock with the Grand Master, George Clinton. You know, Ice-T always told me how much he loved George Clinton. And, you know, so for Ice to be able to rock with George Clinton this weekend, that's a big plus. So I bring up George Clinton because George Clinton was the man that told B from A.W.O.L that he was like number 2 in Japan. He had no idea that the record label was selling his records in Japan. George Clinton told him at the disc on 9 Mile while they were doing a session. George was doing a session. He came to B, like he said in the interview, and said, congratulations, man, and showed him that he was number 2 over in Japan. These record companies, boy, I tell you, man. Whew. So with that said, that's just to show you how powerful this group A.W.O.L was. And the key to that was they were consistent. They dropped about 4 or 5 albums. They stayed at it. You know, why I bust out tears earlier is because I know what a guy like Kevin Jones, what a guy like Eshawn, what a guy like myself, what a guy like Mossy Ski, what a guy like Merciless Samir, what we had to go through so y'all can enjoy I Swear Bezo. Y'all can enjoy Sada Baby. Y'all can enjoy all these cats that's getting regular radio play. We damn near had to choke a DJ or kidnap a DJ to get some radio play up in the D. Thank God for Billy T. He will bless us and play us. You know, even Mojo will play some triplex. Awesome Dre had to go out west and get him a deal to kick the door down for Detroit. So when I see a guy like Kevin fall, we lose him, man, it just hurts because he really, really paved the way for Detroit hip hop on some real shit, you know? So when I heard, you don't want none of this drop and knowing I ain't gonna be able to call my boy no more, send him a message or meet up with him or go to his Cadillac dealership and maybe buy Escalade from him, you know, it hits you hard, you know? The music, like you said, the music lasts forever. So, you know, we're going to always have Kevin Jones be from A.W.O.L with us through his albums, through this interview, which I'm just going to play a couple more clips, but the interview was long. And you know, like I know, Kevin don't really do interviews, but he blessed me with one. So I'm going to make sure his daughter get the entire interview for herself to have, to share with her brothers and his family and stuff like that. That's hers. They can have that, you know. But I just want to share some good times about one of the greatest that ever did it. People don't really do this in the D. I think we need to really start doing it. I mean, all of us is getting up there in age, man, and you just don't know. You just don't know. I would have never thought when I did that interview would be that I'll be sitting here doing a cast talking about that he passed. I would have never imagined that in a million years, you know. Just keeping it 100, man. So, yeah, I'm trying to see what we got. Yeah, I'm going to hit y'all with another interview from him, man. Once again, much respect to B from A.W.O.L. He always, you know, keeps it 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Not 100. He always keeps it 5,000, G.
And I talked to Lenny Lester as well, the king of the UBW gate movie. He openly admit that he fuck artists. That's what Lenny Lester do. Give me your take on these promoters.
Y'all niggas is some bitch ass niggas. Y'all shouldn't even be in the game for real. But that's the artist's fault too. Because I feel like as many artists that came through Motown, it should be a distributorship. It should be a management. It should be a bunch of different shit that motherfuckers can reach out to. But you shady motherfuckers that just manipulate artists just because that we need like the okay or we need you motherfuckers to get out there. For y'all to manipulate us, y'all niggas ain't shit. For real. And our kids gonna probably be saying the same thing about your janky ass companies because that's the way your janky ass do business. And that's just what it is, man.
So Dave Bishop, you don't look at him as like being
I mean, he a cool nigga, but as far as business, he's a janky motherfucker.
Yeah.
Janky.
Yeah.
Soulman, the janky, all them motherfuckers janky. That's what promoters are.
But Dave Bishop said that he managed almost all the most powerful rappers from Smiley, Troy Was Wanted, Awesome Dre. He had them all, is what he said on the interview. Bum Rush Entertainment, man.
He never managed us. Besides Eminem and Kid Rock, besides the younger guys, it ain't no bigger group than A.W.O.L from the crib. It's not. And I'm sitting here trying to think. And it's not. And it ain't because they wasn't dope enough. It's because of the shit that I'm telling you. When we used to be on the road, we had a distribution deal. Our records would be in the stores waiting for us to start promoting. And if you don't go into that town or whatever and do your shit gonna be sitting on the shelf in the back in the corner. You got to show your face. So motherfuckers wasn't doing that shit. So I know they wasn't as big as us. You know what I'm saying? We sold 10 G's out the crib before we even had a deal out the trunk. And people think selling out the trunk is standing on the corner like they do now. Don't you see these? Don't you see these? No, nigga. Service the record stores yourself. That's called out the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the motherfucking I remember when motherfuckers wouldn't even take our records. Wonderland. Motherfucker, not Wonderland. What's that shit was on 6 Mile and the Lodge? Detroit Audio. This motherfucker told us, well, if you don't give us your shit for free, we're not gonna have your shit in the store. So he's like, fuck it, we just sell it to Anger. I'll let you buy it from the white man. You know what I'm saying? That's how niggas would play you, but that's after a while, that's how you had to do because motherfuckers would try to play you like that. Shout out to Byron, you still my mans. And they would just do you know, fucked up. So you had to give a professional presence to start making them motherfuckers go to the one stops like everybody else. But as far as them groups, man, it wasn't no other group bigger than us, man. We the first group that ever had 3.5 mics in the source. We the first group, man. We been the first to do a whole bunch of shit. First to mention Cristal, first to mention Cougars, Gators, any of that bullshit. And
first to mention Cristal.
Cristal, yeah, we seen licks on that shit, man. Drinking that shit. We weren't talking about that shit to be bragging about that shit. We was, nigga, I'm from the D. I'm from the D. We get money anyway. So just to be clear, getting money, that shit ain't got nothing to do with rapping. Because even in the dope game, young niggas don't get money like niggas in the D. Period.
It don't happen?
Never happened.
So y'all was doing freestyle before Puffy said, take that.
Man, we had an office in New York, champ. Puffy was dating Janine, which is Mark's cousin, first cousin. Janine Salisbury is a model. We was supposed to fuck with Biggie. He loved what it be like, that album. He loved that shit.
Biggie did.
Yeah.
Banging. A.W.O.L.
Puffy called. He want $2,000 to do a song with us. Like, nigga, we give you $2,000, we're not gonna ever finish this motherfucking album. You know what I'm saying? So that squash. Boom. Next thing, this nigga's wearing Coogies and living better. And we all know niggas in Brooklyn wear Timberlands and hoodies. Back then, man.
Do y'all think that A.W.O.L brought the Coogi in the game?
Man, I put that shit down, put my staple on the shit. For real. These niggas wasn't wearing that shit. You could go check the magazine, our spreads. Check our magazine spreads. Niggas Coogied up, but wasn't about the Coogi. That was just how niggas in the D dress. And even back then, Coogies only went up to a 2X. So when that nigga said living better, nah, Coogi sweat, nigga, they wasn't even coming in your size, chief. For real, he was fronting. Nigga, he was fronting that shit, fronting that shit. And any real nigga that was getting money and dressing and being fresh, no. Nigga, Coogies did not even come in a 3X, 4X back then. Period.
Damn.
2X. That's it.
So Biggie was rapping about shit.
Man, rapping about D shit. That nigga Puffy came here and was like, man, this the imagery we need for you.
My Detroit players.
D shit. He said that after he did the shit again. That you gonna keep riding with that shit and not say nothing. We all know Detroit niggas wear gay. Yeah, Steve Harvey. You know where that shit come from. All the clean niggas know, man.
They know where it come from?
Man, just think back in the days when motherfucking Temps and Tops. Who think them niggas had on the big blocks on them niggas, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the top 10s come from?
Top 10s, that's Detroit shit.
Where the Max Julians come from?
That's Detroit shit.
Where Nanny Goats come from?
That's Detroit shit, man. And that's the shit I'm talking about. Nowhere in the world was niggas getting money back in the 80s and shit when everything was, everybody had they spin off of the movies and shit. But nowhere, the YBI shit, nigga, that's the authentic shit. Y'all niggas was not getting money like that's why you can't put over $10,000 in the bank. That's why you can't buy cars cash. The D niggas. These motherfuckers know, man.
Oh, so
that ain't no shit to be bragging about. That's really kind of fucked up, but that's real shit, though.
You think they made that rule because of Detroit niggas? You can't, the 10,000 in the bank? Talk about that.
The young niggas 14, 15 buying cars and shit back in the day, man.
That's why that rule, that rule is nationwide.
That law is nationwide about the niggas putting all that money in the bank. But no, man, do the history. Check it up on me. That shit's for real shit. D shit, man. The whole world right now is pregnant with D shit. Eminem got the whole world on the D dick.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's a good thing.
What up, though? Making it rain. Fuck it. Tricking out cars. Y'all niggas ain't tricking out cars. We make cars. How you tricking out cars? Rims? I remember when I came down in this bitch, wasn't no rim shops. Where the fuck they do that at? It was a nigga from the D who used to have one. Yeah, on Peachtree. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
That's the nigga from the D. These niggas didn't have rim shops. These niggas didn't fix rides up. That's Detroit shit. We make cars. 22, 23, whatever the fuck we did that shit. If we ain't did it, the Mexicans in Southwest Detroit did it. Hyping out rides and shit from the 70s and 60s. Man, these motherfuckers on our dick so bad. That's why I hate when these motherfuckers go to another town and get on and then do what they doing. But what you doing is regurgitating D shit. What the fuck you think Jeezy talking about? That's that D shit. That's why that shit, niggas like that shit. Niggas like to hear that shit. I like the Rick Ross shit. You talking about Detroit shit. When you feel like Big Meech, you feel like you from the D. That's just real shit.
Yeah.
When you feel like you a BMF nigga, you feeling like you real Detroit right now. You feeling the real Detroit way right now. And that's the real shit, man. Make it rain. Nigga, who you get that shit from? The D niggas. We was doing that shit back in the 90s, man.
You was making it rain in the 90s.
Man. Stupid shit, dog. We wasn't doing the shit to brag about money. We was doing the shit to get on the hoes. The fuck niggas and turned the game and turned it all the way the fuck upside down and it's stupid now. Now you don't get no money if they don't get no hoes. You don't give them no money. What kind of stupid shit is that?
Real Detroit niggas get hoes without no money, no nothing.
Man.
They just show up and look. And you
conversation, dog.
Yeah.
My conversation.
I still get them worldwide. So
these niggas done changed the game to it's like some stupid shit right now. For real. I hate the titty bars now. They don't even make music for the titty bars now. Shout out to Uncle Luke. That's a real motherfucker. Shake that ass. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers go to the club now, they just be doing little two steps and shit. I be like, man, y'all niggas be making it rain for these hoes doing this shit. How you still got a weave and your shit ain't sweated out by the end of the night? You a dancer? Man, it's a lot of shit, man. Niggas just got the game fucked up, dog.
They got it fucked up,
man. But the D shit, dog, saying dog. When I used to be on the road, niggas be like, dog, why y'all say dog? I'm the whole world say dog now. That's Detroit shit, man.
Oh yeah, my dogmatic, man.
I remember when the Jermaine Dupri nigga bit the shit and put the shit on the Escapes album Off the Hook. Cause the saying is off the chain. That's the D shit.
Off the chain is definitely
off the chain. Then Luke took it. Then Jermaine Dupri took it and just blew it up off the hook.
Let's talk.
Man, that boy won't bite his tongue to save your life or mine. B from A.W.O.L. You can't tell me that Negro is not straight up Detroit. Want to send a shout out to DJ Homicide. You know, he passed away many years ago. And I think when Homicide passed away, A.W.O.L. DJ, that really hurt B. But it took him a while to get out of that slump. He was able to get with DJ Butter. Shout out to DJ Butter and bless the J Dilla project, which was a great thing. So he stayed active all through his career, whether it was in spurts or long term, whatever. He kept being out there doing his thing. And one thing that he would post on the regular, like daily, he will tell y'all over and over, respect the DJ. That was his shit. Respect the DJ. You know what I'm saying? Man, that was a good interview hearing that, man. I might got one more clip for y'all before we get up out of here, man. I just want to get on here, man, and just show my love that comes from a real place. Because I know the guy, we had some great conversations. You know, I was grateful that he even did the interview for me. You know, I remember a time when I was doing my Now or Never Nigga album. And I called him and I say, look, man, I want you on the track. All legends. It's going to be me, you, Awesome Dre, Emcee. And I got a female rapper named Diffusion. He was like, okay, oh, that sounds good. But who the fuck is Diffusion? Now, this was an artist that I had during the time. And I told him, female rapper that I got on my label, Blase Blah, she don't be shit. He was like, nigga, she ain't a legend. So I'm not doing the track unless she don't get on it. Once again, my man B will not bite his tongue. And you know, it was a decision that I had to make. Should I told her to step aside just to have that classic ass record with me, Awesome Dre, Mossy Ski, and B from A.W.O.L. I might should have told her, you already on the single. Sit down. Sit your ass down. But due to the fact that we were touring, and I know Mossy Ski was going to pop in some cities. I know Awesome Dre, I took him on tour with me. So, and she was actually on the road with us too. So I thought it was going to be a hell of a tour record because of the message and the flow and what it stood for. Detroit legends still going at it. So I kept her on the record. B didn't do it, but it actually made me and B closer because I respected it. And like I said, if I could have made the decision again, she would have set her ass out on that one because I would have loved to say that I had a record with B from A.W.O.L, Awesome Dre, and Mossy Ski. Them right there, them the guys that barricaded the doors and cleared the path and the way, along with Chaos and Maestro, Smiley. You know, these people, Esham, you can never talk about kicking the door down without Esham or the Black Man or my man BMX, a guy that never get mentioned. Ron Dada that was actually on tour with legends before anybody was. You don't never hear these things. Closing out, man, was one more thing about B that I shared with him. It was a book about Detroit hip hop. And I looked at that book as being a biased, be in the club type thing instead of being genuine and really respecting the history of Detroit hip hop. So a lot of people just running, getting in this book, and they think if you made the book, you're a legend, you're an icon. 60% of the people in that book is nowhere near a legend or icon. Whoever was running that book, when you telling Billy T and TJ to share a page with somebody, you are out your damn mind. When you call Champtown and tell him to share a page with anybody else other than Kid Rock, or E-Shine or the Black Man or even Eminem, because Eminem was on my label 6 years before Dr. Dre had him. If you're telling me to share a page with anybody other than that, you out your damn mind. So I decline and say I'm not doing the book. Get out of here. So, B from A.W.O.L, once again, never bites his tongue. He called me upset and he was furious. Now, he had love for everybody in Detroit that did the book. He didn't have nothing against them, but he was looking at his legacy. And he was like, I'm not doing it. Because first of all, who the hell is this person doing it? It ain't like Billy T doing it. It ain't like you doing it. It ain't like E-Shine doing it. Who the hell is this person coming here, soaking up our culture, saying who is important and who's not important? And I'm laughing because I already made my decision. And all B wanted to know, was I doing it? And I'm like, no. And he was like, because I'm not. And he felt real good that it was somebody else that stood their ground and said, I'm not doing it. B knew his legacy, like I know my legacy. So that's why it was important for me to do this show, to keep his legacy alive. Something y'all can always go back and look and see moving footage or hear video or hear good stories. A photo is a photo. We got them on the album covers already. So I just wanted to do a little bit more to preserve his legacy. So B, from A.W.O.L, Kevin Jones, all of us here at the Itiszzz, we love you. We gonna miss you, homeboy. You know, definitely one of the most fierce MCs to ever do it. One of the best on stage. Made one of the greatest rap records in Detroit hip-hop history. Keisha, you've been kind of quiet tonight. You got something to say today?
It's not about me. I'm being respectful.
I understand. Yeah. You don't want to tell them what you made today?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Yeah. You don't want to know this was your shit, huh?
No. I feel bad for him and his family. Respect. And I'm sorry for your loss.
That's real talk. KK, what's up with you?
Yeah, I just want to say to the family, you know, keep your heads up. We'll keep you in the prayers. It's very unfortunate when things like this happen.
Yeah.
I don't know about them, but, you know, it just seemed like so out the blue. But, again, we're not in the, you know what I'm saying? So we wouldn't know if it was out the blue or not, you know?
Right.
But, yeah, just keep your head up. He'll always be watching over y'all.
That's real talk. That's real talk, man. And once again, man, Kevin Jones, the Last Soulman. But all old school cats, we call him B from A.W.O.L. He was a father. He was a grandfather. He was somebody's son. He was somebody's nephew. He was our Conrad in Detroit hip-hop. Definitely one of, and I mean this when I say it, B was one of the greatest Detroit hip-hop artists in the history of Detroit hip-hop. So he's going to be missed. We'll leave you with this last interview. And it might be a little raw, but hey, it's B. It's him. This is what he will want me to do. Play that shit. Don't edit my shit. I'm not going to bite my tongue. But it's all love. Because he explained to you guys, hip-hop is very competitive. And the guy's very intelligent. As you heard him in his interviews, he dropped a lot of knowledge. I hope y'all heard that knowledge he was dropping. So we out. Much love. A.W.O.L for life. Also, to see the entire interview, all of the clips, all of the interviews, you can go to DetroitForLife.com. His daughter's running that website. She'll have all the footage in the next couple of days. Do her thing with it. That's Detroit for Life with the 4, the number 4. DetroitForLife.com. And you can see all the interviews and they full. So we're going to leave you with this last one. Thank y'all for showing up and representing one of the greatest that ever did it in Detroit hip-hop history. My man B from A.W.O.L.
What's going on with this Royce 5'9" and A.W.O.L shit?
Man, I'm going to clear the record. I think, like I was telling you, rap then went to some old, other kind of crazy-ass shit. This nigga was in a club. And first and foremost, I met Royce. Matter of fact, my first experience with Royce was shopping a deal with Marvin Pert at Epic Records. This nigga Royce was in the next office, and he's playing that shit he had with DJ Premier. I'm in here trying to shop my deal, so you know my nuts just swole up by 50% because that shit is dope as hell. I'm like, yeah, the D, nigga. But I never knew this motherfucker, and I was proud of the motherfucker. To the night he tried to fuck with my man Boogie Mac and got his ass whooped.
Oh, really?
I guess that was some rap shit, ego shit. I don't know, but niggas is grown than a motherfucker. Niggas not playing, and that nigga swing on you a couple times to the security break it up. Because as he seen when they both got through out the club, he was still getting his ass beat outside because it's not a gang. But as far as that nigga, that shit, man, all that old industry shit, man, I hate that shit the way it is now. This beef and bullshit. If you gonna have beef, nigga, make a dope ass record and talk about the motherfucker, and then make a rebuttal record and talk about the motherfucker. With all this shooting and calling the police and all them niggas with that shit, man. Nah, man, I ain't with that shit. That's some new school shit. Some bullshit. Some bullshit, man. He didn't respect, man. He got his ass beat, so fuck it. It's squash now. The nigga dope as hell. I thought he was dope, but nigga, we grown. Fuck all that old commercial ass fighting with a nigga. Like, nigga, I'm not about to fight you. I'm trying to kill you, nigga. You trying to hurt me. I'm trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. We don't want to wrestle, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That's real, man. So it's like, that is what it is, man. I ain't never got into no beefing. I just said that, man, when I start getting pussy, I start fighting with niggas, dog. You know what I'm saying? Fighting. Fuck we gonna fight for? Man. So niggas need to grow up with that shit for real.
So Royce got his ass kicked at what club was that?
It was down across from the hat shop where we get the Dobbs at on the Broadway.
Mad Hatter.
On the Broadway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Boogie Mac tapped that ass and he said anything different, he a damn lie.
Uh-huh.
And that's real talk. And that's the day that my man left, went back to Vegas because he was like, between that and the street team, what's the name of them chicks? The street angel, what I call them?
That's them.
The street angels tearing down our posters when we the first niggas was putting up posters on motherfucking boarded up buildings. No deal posters. Yeah, before that, no deal. We was the first niggas with stickers.
That's right.
But the first niggas with posters was putting that shit up. These chicks tearing our shit down, talking about some we can't put up promotions unless we deal with them, which that was fucked up. And the Roy shit, that's when my man bolted. Like, fuck Detroit, fuck niggas with that fake ass shit. Fuck that shit. We ain't gonna never get on. They still never played our records. They still never supported us. The whole shit. And even doing that album, Dave Bishop nigga had an Allen Iverson throwback party. He had my commercial on. I'm at this show. And the nigga ain't talk to me, ain't call me, ain't pay me. None of that shit. I'm like, okay.
What do you mean had your commercial? What, playing music?
Like the commercial for the event.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got to be at the motherfucking Phillips Arena down here.
Mm-hmm.
And you riding home and you listening to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Champtown and B on the Phillips Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Like when?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember about that. That's how Dave Bishop did it?
Man, that's what he been doing. And that's so fucked up that your name is Shady since we was little niggas. We grown now. And you still a shady nigga. That shit crazy.
I talked to Dave Bishop on his documentary.
Hey, yo, what's up? Size T on the set, SVU, out here on location. I want you to do something for me. I want you to eat good. I want you to drink good. And I want you to keep talking shit. All right? Chin, my people. For real, for real.